Hello viewers, welcome to Isoko Award Night platform. Actually the Jewelers Affairs platform. In this platform, we are going to be discussing the Isoko Award Night. Now, remember that the Isoko Award Night is an event that is set aside to celebrate the laughable achievements of the Isoko people and friends, people who have imparted, inspired, educate, entertain, or otherwise captured the imagination of the people in recent time. My name is Tessie Mukuro Daniels, and today we are going to be discussing with one of our finest Isoko sons. Yes, he has actually inspired and entertained the people in recent time, and his name is Owe Manu. Can we meet you, sir?
I am Owe Manu, like you just said. I hail from Uzere, Isoko South Local Government area of Delta State. 26 years old.
Wow.
I'm an undergraduate student of Delta Polytechnic Zoro, studying food science and technology. Actually.
Wow, food science and technology. That's I don't know how to place it anyway, but food science and spoken words, because we are actually going to talking about spoken words today. That's the category we are awarding him for this year. How do you combine the food science, tech, and the spoken words?
You see, that's the beauty about creativity.
Okay.
Making food or producing food has to do with bringing different ingredients together to make one unique thing, and that's how spoken word is too. It has to do with bringing real life situations, trying to make it look funny. All of it is preparation. When you're writing a poem, you are preparing.
Wow.
You get it? It's more like you're a chef. Okay? So when you're writing, you are putting words together, you are weaving lines together. You have your audience at heart and you try to make sure the thing is well cooked. So the same way you bake food is the same way you bake words, if you understand.
Wow.
So there is a connect. There is a connect.
There is really a connect. I like the explanation right now. So what so far has been your inspiration?
Well, so far so good. I think poetry for me started from the way I was raised.
Oh,
you get
okay.
If you listen to most of my work, you will see a lot of me in it. Okay, you see a lot of me in my work. Those who know me very well, who know my background, can relate. So poetry started for me like I'm a lone child. I never had friends really. I was raised only by my mom, so she was my best friend.
Okay.
And at some point in my life, she was far away from me.
Wow.
So I needed to talk to somebody, and the only thing I could talk to was my book. So the things around me were just my book and my pen. So I had to write. And most of the things I was writing way back as a child, at 9, at 10, were very painful things really. You get. But it got to a point where one day my mom picked up my books and she was reading through all everything. She was crying. So she tore them and she burnt them. And for me, those things were the things I wrote that when I grow up, these are the things I'm going to do. But they were bitter things, really, you get. So I had to look for another way to write so that nobody can understand what I'm writing. So I had to start writing them in code. So even if you read them, you won't understand, but I will understand. So that was how poetry was created. That was how it started, really. And from writing them in codes, I had to add rhythms to them. And I saw that different people picked it up and read different meanings. Far from what I meant originally. That's how poetry started for me. So poetry basically for me is my life experience. Whatever I see, whatever I observe around me, whatever I go through is what I try to put to writing. So that's my life is my inspiration. The way I live is my inspiration.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so we will be going on a short break to see some of his work. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I told you not to go away, right? Did you enjoy all what you just saw? Interesting, educating, inspiring. Manu, that was really a wow, like a wow. So how did you do all that? Like,
Well, that's quite easy for me to do. There's something with what you're born with.
Okay.
It comes easily, and like I said, these things are part of my life.
Wow.
You get right? There are things that I go through, so it's quite easy for me to put it together.
Okay. Talking about inspiration, you said you're actually inspired by your birth story. You know, the way you were raised and all that. Okay. Apart from that, do you actually see other things that inspire you?
Sure, there are other things that inspire me. There are loads of other things that inspire me. When I go to church, for example, and I hear a pastor preaching, that inspires me.
Wow.
Most times, what the pastor is preaching is different from the message I'm getting. It's the point, right? So he might just say one word, and I just hold on to it, and then when I get home, write that one statement down. It gives birth to other statements. You see, so that also inspires me. And you know, at the touch of love, every man becomes a poet.
That's true.
So you see, that's one of the things that inspire me.
Okay. This all spoken words thing, has it affected your life in any form?
Sure.
Okay. Can we hear it?
Spoken word has affected my life. Like I said, my life is in my spoken word. Like you cannot separate me from my spoken word.
Yeah.
So I think spoken word has affected my life totally. There are things that I've gotten done because of spoken word. I don't know how people see it, but when I stand to perform, it's more than just a performance. Really.
Wow.
See, spoken word is spiritual.
I like that. Just the way they say acting is spiritual.
Spoken word is
That's
so
nice.
spiritual.
Okay.
Like you can write some things down in your spoken word and say, okay, for example, in my spoken word, I can say I want to grow so that I'll be the biggest spoken word artist in Africa.
Okay.
This is a dream that will come true. While I keep performing that spoken word over and over again, you see those words I'm speaking, they begin to manifest.
Materialize.
You get. So to a large extent, I think spoken word has affected my life so much.
Wow, that's so interesting to know. So, okay, apart from affecting your life positively, has it done anything negatively to you too?
Well, it has not really done any negative thing to me, really. It hasn't.
Okay.
It hasn't.
It hasn't.
I
Okay,
can't-
you
I can't believe
earlier on you told us about how your mom saw this whole thing and was like, wow, why is he writing things like this? You know, I'm sure that's affected her a bit.
Yeah, it did.
Fine. Has your spoken words affected anybody? Maybe close friends, relative, or some persons might just even feel you're talking to them. You know, maybe when you're doing a spoken word that have to do with the country, Nigeria, or even Isoko, some persons will just pick offense. Why is he saying that? Why is he saying this? And from nowhere you start getting some negative attitude from some persons. Have you experienced that?
Okay, yes, I have experienced things like that.
Okay.
But I've gotten more positive feedback than negative.
Than negative.
feedbacks, you get. There are sometimes people call me up and say, hey, but you are a child of God. Why would you say that in your spoken word? Or hey, why are you, bringing out so much negativity to people? But in reality, I did not mean to bring out those negative vibes. I just need to stir people up. I just need to wake people up.
Oh.
That's why sometimes you need to dish out these things the way they are,
Okay.
as raw as they are. There is somebody who listens to I Was Born Naked, Born Empty. I think that was one of my first spoken words. And he promoted it. He was so happy that I did something like that. And then later I did something on politics.
Okay.
That it was so raw. I was really dealing with some issues in the society, and I was not really trying to cover it up or beautify it.
like
I was so raw.
Wow.
He called me and said, "Hey, be like say you don't
Yeah, this is too much.
Yes. So stuff like that.
Okay, you're just like a preacher. Fine.
Yes,
So
yes.
you shouldn't be scared of anybody when you want to express.
So I think to a large extent, whenever I say the truth, people don't get very comfortable. So I think just stuff like
That's something about the truth. It's like a bitter pill.
and then for my
Somebody gets
friends, I think it has affected them so much.
Wow.
It has affected my friends so much.
Okay.
Sometimes you find me being a hypocrite in this sphere. There's some things I preach against, and then at the same time I end up doing them.
Doing them. Is this St. Paul?
So they repeat my lines for me.
Like you said this, I really understand.
So it's fun.
Wow, it's so interesting speaking with all women today. But before we go, I want him to just encourage those people that want to follow his line, people that want to do spoken words. What do you have to say to them?
Well, for those that want to do spoken words, I think they should give it their all. Spoken word is the fastest growing trend right now in the country. I don't know if you've seen what's this program? Hero. There's a program on MTV base right now, being sponsored by Hero. The winner is getting home with 7.5 million naira.
Wow.
Spoken word. You see, so it's growing very fast. As of 2016 or 17, a spoken word artist won a competition organized by Redeem, and the guy went with 260 million. So you see, there are a lot of possibilities in spoken word. You know, for me, I think music is limiting. I think acting is limiting. I think
Like,
dance
seriously?
is limiting. Yes.
Okay.
I think the only art with which you can express your pain, you can express yourself, you can tell people, you know, what should be done and what should not be done is spoken words. You get? I think spoken word is the greatest art ever. Not because I'm a spoken word artist, but
Are you sure you're not being partial?
No, I'm not being partial. Even our creator is a spoken word artist.
Wow.
Yes.
That's another part. Who wants to go
in the
into
beginning, the Bible said something. It said, in the beginning, the earth was without form and void, and after the Spirit hovered, God spoke and He said, "Let there be light."
the light, and there was light.
So, speaking manifests things faster.
Oh, I see.
So you see, the hearts of the people are in the hands of a spoken word artist. Look at our preachers. You see the crowd, they are full because they are speakers. Look at our politicians because they are speakers. So if you are a good speaker, I think you have the world under your feet. So for everyone out there doing spoken word, trust me, it's the best art ever. Come out now. This is the time to push. You know, let's get into the industry. Let's tell them that, man, music is not the real thing, dance is not the real thing, acting is not the real thing. The real thing is spoken word. You have a chance.
To some extent, I don't think I will agree with everything you just said. But anyway, you know, just be focused, just do your thing.
Yeah.
Shortly, who do you look out to? Like somebody you just look out like a mentor in spoken words field?
Okay, I look up to Prince EA.
Okay.
I think he's my mentor. I also look up to Propaganda.
Okay.
They are very, very good. And then in Nigeria, if there is one spoken word artist that I love so much, that I look up to, that would be Tilope, Soluga, and Ife Paul Azino.
Wow.
See those guys?
Oh, congratulations for Wimani. Congratulations. We really encourage you to keep this. This is a platform, and who knows, you might just get big and bigger in the field. Thank you very much for coming today. We appreciate you. My name is Tessie Mukoro Daniels. This is the Joe's Affairs platform talking about Isoko One Night. Thank you very much for staying with us. Until we see you again. Ciao.
Mano, the only man that was born naked but not empty. I support Isoko One Night. I support Jewel Affairs.